It used to be only the truly needy kids got free lunch at school. But during COVID, the federal government decided every kid should get a free lunch, no matter how much money their parents made. After about a year, the Waukesha School Board decided that was taking the program a bit too far.
Every time I hear the word free, I just think it's not free because it doesn't grow on trees. They're not just going picking money off. It's other people paying for our children to eat. And when we can provide for that in our own way, in our own family, I think it's wrong for us to take it.
On June 9th, the board voted unanimously to leave the federal program and once again only offer free lunch to the students who were truly needy.
Yes, we have 300 this year, homeless kids in our population, but we have help for them, and we have free reduced lunch for our low-income families and all of that. But when you just make a blanket, everything's free for everyone, that means that there are people out there that do not have kids that are paying for my kids to eat. Can we just get back to, if I have children, I should be able to provide for them, and if I can't, there is help for them, but stop feeding people that can provide for them. I feel like this is a big problem, and it's really easy to get sucked into and to become spoiled, and then to just think it's not my problem anymore. It's everyone else's problem to feed my children.
Thanks to some creative headline writing from the Washington Post, it became a national flashpoint. An onslaught of threats and bullying followed.
Deliberately inaccurate information and twisting of words to villainize this board becomes an erroneous headline on the Washington Post, tweeted out hundreds of thousands of times, not ever being corrected. Although the community members that actually tried to correct that information by posting something on Facebook were censored by Facebook. The Democratic Party is fundraising on this issue. We are a nonpartisan board that voted unanimously on this decision, and the Waukesha Democratic Party is fundraising on this issue to hold them accountable.
The online bullying quickly turned into outright threats.
I have had the Waukesha Police Department at my house all weekend long. My children's pictures have been posted on Twitter. People are telling me they want harm to come to me and my family because of a decision that we made unanimously in a school board meeting. The Washington Post put a horrible headline behind a paywall and put it on Twitter and left it. Shame on them. They should be held accountable. Where is the Wisconsin DOJ now? A week ago, they said that they were going to hold people accountable for threatening school board members. Where are they now?
Yeah.
Some board members recognized the issue had become much bigger than just giving free lunch to rich kids.
If this is how it's going to go from now on, school board members across the country know this. You are to consult with the Washington Post, Twitter, and Facebook before making your decisions, lest you suffer dire consequences. That's what I heard over the last 3 days. This is not local control. It's bad for our district, it's bad for American schools, and it's time for parents and community members to start paying attention to the forces at work here. When the federal government is responsible for feeding all students at all times, regardless of need, they have ultimate authority, and we don't need local school boards anymore. Game over. This is how we got here. This is how we got here, people. Local entities didn't pay attention to details, just went with the flow. This is how we got CRT and filthy books and vaccine and mask mandates, all this stuff. This is why less than half of the students in our public schools are actually academically proficient in any subject. This is about more than food right now. It's so easy to take what's free because everybody else did. That's what we want. We want to take what everybody else in the state did. It's hard to agree to use the resources we have to close the gap, not become dependent on a temporary program that doesn't work for our district, for all the reasons we've already described. But doing hard things is how you change things. The people in this district who voted to put me at this table are expecting me to be fair, fiscally responsible, compassionate, and honest. That is hard, and that is what I'm doing. I believe that a reversal tonight driven by a hostile yes vote will tell Waukesha that their school board is beholden to a mob and can be controlled by force and fear. I have choices in front of me tonight. Stand firm in my decision, risk retaliation and threats and probable emotional and physical harm to myself and my family, or cave to the intimidation and harassment of a hateful mob outside of our district to change my position to vote for something I don't believe in. Those are the choices that you've given me.
Most of the board members just couldn't take that kind of pressure and voted to once again give free school lunch to everyone, whether they truly needed it or not. Several middle and upper class parents took to social media to shamelessly celebrate their victory of not having to provide lunch to their own kids anymore and to thank the government for doing it for them.
The people who are advocating for this are the same people who complain about the privileges of the most advantaged.
For the McIver Institute, I'm Bill Osmolsky.